Here is something so ordinary that we almost never notice it. You step outside on a clear day, you glance upward, and there it is. A wide, calm sheet of blue stretching across the world. We grew up under that blue. And yet this simple question slips right past us. Why is the sky blue at all? Not green, not gray, not the plain black of empty space. Blue. And here's the gentle surprise. The real answer is not what most people guess. It's stranger and far more beautiful than it first appears. So let's look up and finally ask why. First, let's clear away the two answers most people reach for. It is not that the sky is a mirror of the blue ocean. The sky is just as blue over a desert, far from any sea. And it is not that the air itself is colored blue, like tinted glass. Hold a jar of clean air up to the light and you'll see nothing. Air has no color. So the blue isn't a reflection, and it isn't a dye. The truth is about something the air does to sunlight as it passes through. A quiet trick of light happening over your head every day. Sunlight looks plain and white, but that white is a disguise. Sunlight is actually all the colors of the rainbow blended together at once. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet reaching us mixed into one. You've already seen them pulled apart. That's exactly what a rainbow is, or the band of color thrown by a glass prism. And here's the key idea. Each color is a wave of light, and the colors come in different sizes. Red and orange travel as longer waves. Blue and violet travel as shorter, tighter ones. That single fact, blue light has shorter waves than red, is the seed of the whole answer. Now, the air above you isn't truly empty. It's crowded with countless tiny molecules of gas, mostly nitrogen and oxygen, each one far smaller than a single wave of light. As sunlight pours down through all that air, it keeps bumping into these little molecules. And when light meets a molecule, the molecule catches it for an instant and flings it back out in every direction. It scatters the light. This bouncing of sunlight by the molecules of the air has a name, Rayleigh scattering. Picture sunlight coming straight down, then spraying outward off molecule after molecule until it's bounced all across the sky. But here's the heart of it. The air does not scatter every color equally. Those short, tight blue waves get scattered far more strongly than the long red ones, roughly 10 times as much. So as sunlight crosses the sky, the red and orange mostly travel straight through, while the blue is caught and flung outward again and again. Then you look up. Anywhere but straight at the sun, and the light reaching your eyes from every direction is mostly that scattered blue. The whole sky becomes a soft blue lamp, glowing with the color the air loves to bounce around most. That is why the sky is blue. Now an honest question may be tugging at you. If shorter waves scatter more, then violet, shorter still than blue, should scatter even more, so why isn't the sky violet? There are two gentle reasons, and they fit together. First, the sun simply sends out a little less violet light than blue. And second, our eyes are far more sensitive to blue than to violet. The color receptors inside them respond more strongly to blue. So even with violet scattered all around, our eyes mostly register the blue. The sky is awash with violet too. We just aren't built to see it. This same idea quietly explains the sunset. When the sun sinks low, its light comes in sideways, skimming through a far thicker stretch of air. Over that long journey, almost all the blue is scattered away before it arrives, leaving the longer red and orange waves to come straight through. That's the warm glow of every sunset. And here is the proof it's truly the air. On the moon, where there is no air, the sky stays pitch black even at high noon. Nothing to scatter the light, so no blue. You can even shrink it onto your table, shine a flashlight through a glass of water with 1 drop of milk, and from the side it glows faintly blue, while straight through it looks orange. The same scattering, in miniature. So there's the answer to a question that's been hanging over your head, quite literally, your whole life. The sky is blue because sunlight is every color at once, because blue travels in shorter waves, and because the tiny molecules of the air scatter that blue all around, raining it down on you from every direction. Not the ocean, not a tint in the air, but light and tiny molecules, doing this overhead every day. So next time you glance up at that endless blue, maybe it won't feel quite so ordinary. You'll know the quiet, invisible thing the air is doing to the sunlight. Thank you for being curious with me today. And take care.